taking a look at Yakuza. Dead Souls of the End is in there somewhere.
Of the End, yes. Ryuga Gotoku of the End. Came out about a year ago in Japan. Oh no, actually it was March of this year.
Okay.
And then now it's just got announced for the US and Europe.
All right, because Yakuza 4 came out recently in the United States.
Yes.
And so now this is the latest entry in that series to come stateside. It's not numbered. There's some different things here, but for those of you who don't know the Yakuza series, it's basically about Yakuza. Japanese gangsters just beating the crap out of people and also being kind of strange. So we're going to jump right into that, and Takeshi's going to show this one off, and we're going to see what the deal is with Dead Souls.
Dead Souls is what they're deciding to call it in the English-speaking world.
Cool. And so the Dead Souls in this game are, of course,
zombies.
Zombies, the Z word.
Zombie Japanese folk and zombie gangsters and such.
Oh wow, speaking of.
And, well, the main difference in this game compared to previous Yakuza titles is that it's a lot more gun-focused. Previous games were all about brawling and beating people up and spectacular ass-whooping moves.
Yeah, just totally over-the-top street fights.
Right. But this one is a lot more about shooting guns and blowing zombies up.
I like how that you can tell that they're zombies because of the red lasers coming out of their eyes.
Yeah, because they all have red lasers.
That's very handy.
Grab this chainsaw.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a good idea. Oh, lady zombie, come on.
Zombies.
I'm trying to rev up the chainsaw. Oh, there it is. 4 and 1.
They also decided to go with the same formula as last time with the 4 different storylines. We have 4 different characters that you follow throughout the story, each with their own specialties. So this is a gun game, so each one has like their specialized gun. One has a shotgun, one has dual-wielding pistols, like this guy. One has a sniper rifle, and like that. One guy even has a Gatling gun arm.
Excuse me?
He has a robotic arm that changes into a Gatling gun, which is pretty awesome.
That sounds like the guy to be. I was thinking shotgun was the go-to thing, but
yeah, unfortunately
Gatling arm?
Yeah, you don't get him till the end of the game.
Yeah, I suppose you gotta limit that kind of power, right? But here you are fighting off against not just zombies, but also what appears to be a tank from Left 4 Dead.
Humongous zombie. Oh,
he just got you right in the...
I can't hear anything.
Right in the chiseled Japanese jaw.
Yeah, and I'm going to apologize up front. I'm probably going to die a lot.
That's okay.
It's asking me if I want to go easy.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, let's just make the zombie killing easier because everyone likes to enjoy some zombie killing.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, actually, all right. So a few folks can see this here. It's not going to zoom in because there's no one behind the camera, but you can kind of see like up here's the guy with the big Gatling gun, and then there's they're all dudes. One of them's got a sniper rifle, and one of them has a crazy eye patch with a maniacal, toothy smile.
Yeah, that guy is crazy.
Yeah, he does have the crazy eyes. All right, so now Yakuza, the series, definitely known for like lots of punching, lots of combat, but there's also a variety of other things to do, like you meet people and you help them out, or you go to a hostess club, or you do all sorts of strange stuff. So have you experienced any of that so far?
A lot of the stuff, that stuff is still in there. The Kamurocho, some people might know from previous games, is the center of this game as well. The only difference is that now that you've got zombies, they've started to quarantine certain areas of the city, and so they've got all these big walls, and the self-defense forces will let you cross. So you'd have to go underground, or you have to talk to certain people, and they let you in. They also kind of use that as a gameplay sort of thing where if you go through a certain portal, it just becomes this open area, free play, where you can do missions and you can do all sorts of challenges and stuff like that. And basically, it doesn't forward your story, but it lets you do all kinds of side missions and stuff like that.
Okay, so plenty of places to mess around and just wow, get a lot of headshots apparently. Nice job.
Well, the shooting mechanic is pretty simplified here. Oh, actually, let me show you this here. This is called the Heat Snipe. In previous games, it was all about getting your heat gauge up while you're brawling, and then you end up with this big
Unleashing
move.
the crazy heat attack move. And
Yeah. So with this, it's called the heat snipe, and you see little icons, the
environmental
green
things that you can
icons.
target. Can you do that to the big guy that's trying to totally punch your brains in?
Sometimes, sometimes those icons will appear when your heat gauge is high enough, and your I think it happens at certain times when they're trying to attack you.
Yeah, take that, you little zombie Tony Hawk.
Yeah, that guy's like sort of a mini, bigger zombie dude. It's a little bit stronger.
Oh wow,
he's
he
faster.
is. I mean, he's got a helmet on.
And he's got a gauge, and he runs around a lot, so he's a little bit harder to kill.
Looks like you're doing a pretty good job. Come on, stand up and be chainsawed. Yeah.
That guy just died.
Now you just have that hulking monstrosity to deal with.
Can you do it? I'm gonna shoot my guns, actually.
So this is, I mean, obviously this dude has reacted to the whole zombie, whatever it is, virus situation with a bit more enthusiasm, shall we say, than some of the normal people. Are there other variations of just big weirdo zombies?
There is. I was hoping that maybe I can get to a spot where I can shoot another guy, but we'll see if I can get there.
Totally dropped something shiny.
Yeah,
You definitely want to pick up what that guy's carrying in his pockets, because it's not at all creepy or gross, I bet.
It's usually power-ups and that sort of thing. And then I believe you go this way. Flashing things, you just destructible items in the environment. It doesn't really look like it's destructing, but you have the
But there you go.
There you go.
You hit it with enough
more
chainsaw and you'll be
zombies.
fine. Oh look, lady zombies.
So that lady zombie is another one of those little mini boss type guys.
She's really unhappy.
She screams a lot and then attracts a lot of zombies.
She's like the witch.
So yeah, pretty much.
So Yakuza taking some cues from seminal zombie classic Left 4 Dead. Although this did come out a year ago in Japan, and then even before that, because last time I was at Tokyo Game Show, which was not this past year but the year before, they had like zombie ladies dressed up in evening gowns.
Yes, they did.
And we're promoting it. So this one's been around for a while.
Quite attractive zombies, I might add.
Are you shopping now?
This
What's
is
going
your basically your. I've got enough machine gun ammo.
Yeah.
Your power up drops or whatever. They have all sorts of ammo and items inside. Let me see. So there are a couple of other improvements to the formula. There's a underground area that you can go into now.
Yeah, you were mentioning that before when you talked about the city sort of being rearranged and different stuff going on there.
Right, but now what they have in there is like a randomly generated dungeon. So you can go into certain manholes and it just randomly generates a dungeon. There's challenges in there as well, and every time you go in, it's different. So that's something new.
You just found a lady in a box.
Yes, that's your secretary actually, who you had to leave behind because she was running a fever, and now you're going back to get her because now you found some medication for her. I was hoping right at the end of this you'll see another big boss. What's up? Oh, there he goes.
So you're feeding her pills.
Yes.
You saved her from the box that you presumably locked her in earlier. Because you're a gentleman.
No, she was hiding.
She was hiding.
And she got stuck for some reason.
You know, tight squeeze.
Tight squeeze, yes.
Now, folks, remember, we are live. We're broadcasting right now to you, if you're watching this live, of course. And so we've got the chat room open. Feel free to jump in there, ask us some questions, comment on the zombie mayhem that you see here, and generally join us as we take a look at Yakuza Dead Souls. And, oh, gross. He's clawing on the ceiling, and he's knocking your guns out, and he's got no clothes on.
So another difference that I guess I can get into, they have stationary weapons and vehicles in this game. You got turrets that you can take over, you got tanks and things like that. That's something new from the last Yakuza.
Now, tanks, does that mean like some of the mutated zombies are going to be bigger than just that big guy you saw earlier?
Possibly.
Possibly. cool. Well, that would come in handy right now. Or,
It would.
you know, like a little friend. A lot of friends,
A lot
apparently.
of friends.
That is very helpful. Why would you stand underneath that thing? I would
Except
just wanna run away.
unfortunately, they all leave you.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like, all right.
All
our job
right,
is done here.
we're gonna take your friend and get out of here.
Thanks, guys.
You guys go ahead. Basically, that's what he's saying.
He's saying, like,
Give me a gun and then you go.
get her out of here. I'll take care of this. Give me the smallest gun you have.
Not the rifle that you're holding, but
Don't worry, guys. I got this. All right, Takeshi. This is it.
this is it.
Can you defeat this boss in the next 30 seconds?
Oh, probably.
Probably not. Can you die horribly in the next 30 seconds?
I could die horribly.
Where'd that other gun come from? I thought he just had one in his hands. Mysterious. Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, so before we... I'm not sensing this is going to go very well. This guy is pretty... He seems to have a lot of advantages over you physically, pointy teeth and claw-wise. So rather than subject you to the... Oh my god, he moves too quick. He's grossing me out anyways. All right, so this has been announced for the US, and do we know, like, is it coming next year? Do we know generally when it's coming out?
It said March 2012 on the site, so I'm going with that.
All right, cool. And that's Yakuza Dead Souls of the End. Is that the full title, possibly?
Of the end. Yakuza Dead Souls. No, of the end.
No, of the End. That's just the Japanese box art that keeps tripping me up. Cool, Takeshi. Well, thanks for coming and showing this off.